What's going on, everyone? So, Gabe Vincent, all right, trying to get everybody back, trying to get everybody healthy. Gabe Vincent suffered an ankle sprain back on October 26th, and he was expected to miss 2 to 4 weeks due to that, and got a recent update. So, according to JJ Redick, JJ mentioned that he's been doing progress and progressing, and that they're hoping that his return will be closer to 3 weeks from the actual injury rather than 4. Obviously, Lakers are going to continue to be cautious, and as we've seen with all these guys and all the injuries. So Lakers are not in a rush to get Gabe Vincent back. Not just that, but it's just basic question, like how much is Gabe Vincent actually going to contribute? And yes, he's a veteran guy. Yes, he could help 3-and-D style guard, but we'll get into that here in a moment. But want to read what JJ Redick actually said, and then we'll touch on kind of everything else from there. So again, this is from Kobe Price. JJ Redick said that Gabe Vincent's on-court work assistant coach, Lindsey Harding, has progressed, but mentioned he hasn't done contact work since suffering the sprained left ankle on October 26th. Mentioned LA's hoping the 2 to 4 week timeline is closer to 3-ish weeks. So be talking roughly kind of mid-November-ish, so like the 15th on. I think, and this is just me, you'll probably see like LeBron and Gabe Vincent, and I mean, we just got Maxi Kleber back, maybe even Adu Thero. Right? I could see kind of Gabe, Adu Thero, LeBron James all kind of coming back at the same time or around the same time. So you kind of get to mid-season, those guys kind of come back, and then hopefully be some key contributors. Gabe Vincent, honestly, I just think you have to trade him at this point. I think with Marcus Smart, Bronny James has even done a really good job as just a point of attack. I think Bronny James is still about a year or two away from being like a high-end rotation piece. Gabe Vincent, I would trust more than Bronny, but I just think Bronny gives you the point of attack defense to get you through the regular season. And then when you get to the playoffs and things kind of tighten up and you are running fewer guys, Bronny's not going to have any issues kind of being the odd man out. Gabe Vincent, he might, not be super thrilled about playing 10 minutes a night, if that. Also, you got Nick Smith Jr., who I think at some point, if the Lakers end up pulling off a trade or doing something, he's a guy that kind of come in, maybe play a role for the Lakers as well off the bench as like that scorer. And he's actually been pretty solid defensively. But Gabe Vincent, he is a guy, again, on paper and concept, gives you another kind of initiator, another guy that can make the occasional play, guy that can be that point of attack, 3-and-D style guard, gives you a veteran piece that we have seen on any given night can shoot the lights out and have a really good shooting night, give us, 15 to 18 points. So he's a guy that I would love to have back because I want to see what this team looks like fully healthy. And you want to see like what kind of contributions can Gabe Vincent give you. Is he kind of a guy that maybe, if he stays healthy, could be a key contributor to this team, right? He's a guy that, not with the Lakers, but with Miami, has been a playoff raiser, right? So can he kind of get back into that? I think ultimately, in the end, the Lakers are probably going to have to look to trade him, if not trade him for certain, because I just think his $11.5 million expiring contract, I think Lakers have clear needs, particularly out on the perimeter, 3-and-D, athleticism, right? And I'd prefer somebody with some size, right? I'd almost, assuming Adu Thero can give you the level of defense and hustle, I would almost prefer you go with Adu Thero as your kind of, rotation guy in place of Gabe Vincent, just because he's bigger, longer, and more athletic. And that's just something that the Lakers desperately need right now. I've talked about, obviously, two-way capability. We need some 3-and-D wings, but the Lakers just need athleticism. If you could just add, another Jared Vanderbilt, like if you could clone Jared Vanderbilt, which you're hoping Adu Thero could potentially be, but if you could clone another Jared Vanderbilt, that would do wonders for this team, just for the defense side of things, the hustle. I mean, Jared Vanderbilt had an 18 rebound game, right? Again, he's a guy that rebounds the ball well, does the hustle plays, does the dirty work, right? But you kind of want him in small hits, small doses. You don't want him, playing 30 minutes a night if you don't have to, right? So if you could have kind of two of those guys where one guy's giving you 15, the other guy's giving you 15, and you can always kind of scatter one of those guys, even at times play both of them on the court together. That would be great. That would be ideal. And I just prefer that over Gabe Vincent, unless Gabe Vincent just, shoots the lights out from 3, but he's been kind of streaky. He looked good to start preseason and was shooting the lights out. I mean, lights out in preseason. But then you kind of saw that the law of averages start to kind of come back in. We'll see what he looks like coming back from injury again. Can he kind of find his shooting touch, find his shooting rhythm? Because again, he is a veteran guy. Right, he is a guy that could be that part of that like defensive lineup. You have like Gabe Vincent, Marcus Smart, Jared Vanderbilt, LeBron James when he's back, or Jake LaRavia or Duke there or something like that. And, DeAndre Ayton, and have like that versatile defensive lineup, kind of have Gabe and Marcus Smart as like kind of your point of attack initiating guys that can get you in your action, maybe put some spots where LeBron James, he can kind of be more of a focal point with Reeves and Luka on the bench, kind of let them get some rest. And then LeBron, it's like, hey, here's your chance to go get 10 straight points. And he can kind of be the offense, carry the offense and kick out shooters and do all that other stuff. But you have that defensive unit, and LeBron James could be that kind of defensive anchor for you. So you could have like defensive units out there. Gabe Vincent just gives you another body, allows you to kind of just manage guys over the course of a 82 game season, right? Guys are going to miss time. Guys are going to miss games, all that stuff. It comes with the territory. You're not worried about that, but you want to try to keep as many guys as healthy as possible. Personally, at some point, I would look to trade Gabe Vincent around the trade deadline, especially if he can come back and maybe even kind of raise his stock a little bit. If he can shoot the three ball well, right? Even if he's shooting well and doing all the things that you want him to do, I still just think that the Lakers have bigger needs, right? That you need to address, particularly again, like Gabe Vincent isn't going to magically become 6'6", and he's not going to magically become a hyper athlete, right? So I just think if you're the Lakers, I think he's a piece that you're looking to shop at some point, get off of, move off of, and go bring in kind of somebody with a little more size, but also athleticism and defensive versatility. If a Duke Thero can kind of contribute as well, then that just gives you another body, another guy, can get you through an 82 game season. And then in the playoffs, he's probably a guy, unless he's just that good, probably a guy that's not going to be in your playoff rotation, but that's fine. You can kind of tighten up that playoff rotation, but you still have kind of key guys, if in a pinch you need, can step up and play that role for you. So it's good that Gabe Vincent's making his strides, making his work back towards getting healthy and get back on the basketball court, because we could just use the bodies, right? We could just use the help. Lakers have been just decimated by injuries, and he is a guy that can have good games and good nights and, be the difference and you win in a game or so throughout the course of a season. So, it'd be nice to have him back, right? Because again, he's a guy that's on the team, and you want all hands on deck, so to speak. He's a veteran, hit shots, do things. So, hopefully he's back, but it's not something that I'm like, yes, like that's it. Move out the way. Right? Lakers, you thought Lakers were good before. You just wait. But hopefully he can be a real difference maker. Anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. So we enjoy these types of videos. Truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.